Good afternoon. It's May 22nd, 2024. And today we had a measured move down, really a sell off. But let me show you. This sell off is really just part of a larger range that we've been in for a few days since May 16th, May 17th, when it was created. Um, and now I'm seeing there's still this gap open right there. So 5303. Um, so yeah, we just sold off to the bottom of the range shortly. The sell-off started shortly before this news item at 11. I think what happened is, we made these lower highs, and people who got long and hoped for a second leg up, I think they all just exited, and it just created this massive sell-off. But also, I mean, people were just probably just realizing we're in a range. So anyway, there's a bit of a sell-off in the overnight. Something like this, break, move to a new low, and we form this level of support here. So, it doesn't look like it's going successfully going lower here. You got a nice bull move there, pretty decent bull move in this bear move. So there's reasonable buying pressure to expect some buying here. So I like that one. And then we start getting a lot of dojis and sideways stuff. We break out higher here, but we just go sideways. I don't like any of that. You got a higher low there. I wouldn't take that, but it's a higher low. Bull doji, maybe you consider that for a scalp. And then we come break out to the high side, fails. You get this lower high. It's a doji. Not enough context, in my opinion, to go short there, unfortunately, because you get a huge sell-off. And if you're looking at swing trades, this is a very big bear bar. Maybe you consider that, but then your stop either has to go up here or way up here. It's a little, and there's just not really enough context. I like this one because this just looked like a range at this point, and it failed break lower, and it looked like that this was our second leg. So I like that one. Ends up being a pretty good move. You got to take those profits, and that's what everyone did. And boom, sharp sell-off. And this is when you got to get in on this, because and even when we made this new low, it's not a bad idea to just buy at the 50% mark. It actually corrected about 60, like, probably closer to 70 or even 80% right there. But something to consider, and just put your stop up here, and boom, makes a new low, and it goes much further. You get this strong leg down, and you get a second entry short. I don't really like that, but maybe you consider that. More sideways, boom, steep sell-off. Bull leg, sideways, first entry failed, second entry long. I just like this because we haven't hit the measure, or we haven't hit the range, the low of the range, and then this channel that I had drawn, it looked like we were going to also try and hit the measured move of that, and you can see it found resistance on this, so this turned out to be a midline. Oh, whoops, I think it came just short of that. So you got a failure right there, boom, sell off, and then we just ride that measured move of the channel, which is really just support, and then it makes one last attempt before some buying comes in. You got a second entry long after this bull leg, and we bounced off the support. Maybe you consider that for a scalp. And then you get one more sell climax, and that's where we're at right now. There's still about 40 minutes until market closes to the public. Yeah, let's take a look at the daily chart. So far, it looks like it's a bear bar, and we're just in this range. So I think this is. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. How about that? Here's the weekly chart. It's hard to say what's going on here. On the daily chart, it looks to me like this could be the end of the trend, a buy climax. But on the weekly chart, this doesn't look very abnormal. But it's definitely a strong move, and you have to be very aware that you're at all-time highs. So just something to think about. Hope everyone had a great day. I'll be back tomorrow.